party is finishing up the sweep of Cragmaw Castle and
Bullet bourbon tonight.
figuring out what they
That's
want
not
to
bad.
find.
I like bullet.
So they just found a gold statuette. All right. Evander doesn't see anything else in this room. In fact, I believe you found the chest in the Owlbear Tower. King Grold told you where his stuff was.
Yep.
Nothing really in the banquet hall except rotted food. So the only thing
that barracks, and then the temple area here, and then it was just really this Grick room that we haven't looked in.
Right. You did a cursory search of the storeroom and didn't find anything. So there you go.
So nothing in the Grick room?
Nothing beyond what was in the brazier.
Oh, okay. That was in the Grick room. Gotcha.
Right, which is where you guys are now.
Okay. Well, I think we want to take a full rest. So I think we'll probably pull back into the barracks over there where Gundren is and take ourselves a rest.
Hey guys.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. There's an update that you'll need to do on the fantasy grounds.
We mainly just finished searching.
Right. We just searched the rest of the rooms and whatnot. We found a statue of golden that has some divination magic emanating from it. We're not sure what else it is. Other than that, we'd already kind of found everything last time.
Jeff, release Bugner.
And so now we're planning on taking a long rest over in that Hobgoblin barrack area where we had left Gundren, and then making our way out of this castle.
Okay.
All right, so Jim, we'll do our normal watch as we take our long rest.
All right, so what's the watch order? You're just splitting it between Bogner and Dalen?
Bogner, Dalen, and Nadia brings up the last 4 hours.
Okay. All right, so Bogner's on watch first.
Yep.
All right.
And we've got the door closed. We're resting.
Yep. So go ahead, Bogner. Roll since you're starting. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be in the room? You want to be out of the room?
Oh, I guess I could just be right on the other side of the door.
You want to be looking out the murder hole, the arrow port, the arrow slit. All kinds of options you can do.
No, I'll position myself right outside the door.
Okay. Well, let's see. So roll me a perception in the tower. Okay. Your shift passes uneventfully.
Dalen's up next.
No, copy Wagner and watch from outside.
Okay. Perception in the tower.
Did I grab the wrong one? Yeah, it looks like I did.
Evidently, you had to go pee. All right. Your shift passes uneventfully.
All right, Nadia will take the last shift.
Same drill. Perception in the tower.
Only once or twice since I'm taking a 4-hour shift.
Just one time's enough. Okay. And your shift also passes uneventfully. So I will push a long rest, everybody.
Thank you.
And the wife is calling me. I will be right back.
I really like this Boulevard Grand Cru. It's like a blend of their stout and their quad. One or both aged in bourbon barrels, and I get a lot of bourbon flavor from it.
Okay. All right, I'm back. Everybody else still here?
Yipper.
More or less.
Okay. Well, dawn breaks, and you rouse your group. And as everybody is up and around, let's see. Have Tertius give me a perception roll.
Hopefully, it's not the owlbear coming back.
And
In the tower or no?
tower's fine. Bogner can do the same thing.
What's funny is that time I looked for Bogner to do the roll.
Yeah, I'm actually waiting for Eric to come back and take control of Tertius so I can have some more real estate. Tertius taking up part of my screen.
I have no idea where he's at.
Probably spending time with his girl. Nothing wrong with that. I was going to talk to you guys to see if we wanted to see if we can find another player or maybe two. Or at least one. But wasn't sure if you guys were interested in that or not. I'm good either way.
I'm easy.
All right. Nothing we have to answer now. Just something to, think about. Okay. So as we wake up, this is what I wanted to do. Okay. Bogner, just as you finish getting your armor on, and Tortius is out kind of poking through the rubble and occasionally looking out the arrow slit, both of you hear kind of some guttural laughter. You can't see anything from where they are at, where this laughter is coming from, but you can definitely hear it. It's like a band is approaching, or a group of something's approaching the castle entrance.
When you say the entrance, like you're talking the front entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll quietly tell the rest of the group.
Okay. So the question is do we want to sneak out or do we want to see what this other group is about?
I'm just going to clean up some of the fog of war.
Do we have any idea how many?
No.
So he said guttural. I'm gonna vote stick around and see what they are, and possibly kill them if they're goblins or whatever. But I will. The party can overrule me, but I'll let everyone know that's my vote.
Nadia is in agreement. She doesn't want somebody searching through here, realizing that everybody's been wiped out and starting a hunt for her.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
They are at the.
So
It's now starting to get more quiet, but they're not going away. It's more like quiet, like they are no longer. Like the sound is no longer coming directly at your arrow slit or. So roll initiative for me. And let's see. Gundren's an 8. Okay. Dalen.
Should tokens be locked?
Yep.
Did we leave that door open?
No.
You can open it as a free action, but it's closed.
All right. I'm going to go that far before I make any further decisions.
Okay, give me a perception check. You can do it out in the open. So you hear kind of like some laughing and some voices back and forth, kind of sharp and menacing. You're not sure if somebody's being reprimanded or somebody's being, joked around with.
All right. I'm going to continue to this spot and ready in action to hit anybody who seems like the kind of person I might want to hit who comes close with my sword.
All right, so you're just going to walk over there.
Yeah.
Okay, put on a held action.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. End your turn.
And I'm grabbing a beer while we go through the next parts.
All right, so when he gets back, I guess he can deal with this hobgoblin. In fact, let's give it a percentage. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me know when you're back, Jeff.
Is that like raise your hand if you're not here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking just about the same thing.
I'm back. Should I have swung at that guy?
Yeah, probably. So this guy walks into the entryway. He's actually looking backwards, and so if you wish to take a swing at him, you get advantage for a surprise attack against him.
Yeah, I'll do that. He looks like the kind of guy that I'm just going to try to get rid of.
Okay, click on ADV and go for it.
And I still missed.
All right. You swing and you miss, and clangs off the stone, and this hobgoblin says, well, he kind of yells at you in hobgoblin, but you have a feeling it's along the lines of, what the hell?
I probably stabbed him right through the visor, except his visor was turned a different direction.
And we'll say that maybe he, as he was laughing, he, bent over, because he was laughing so hard at just the right time. Lucky for him.
Is that
but,
the fancy monster?
Yep. So he notices you. He's gonna step in, and he didn't have his weapon out, so he is going to draw it. And that is all that he can do, because he was not prepared. Bogner, you're prepared though. So I'm assuming you still want to come through.
Yep.
Okay.
And I will attack him.
Sounds like a plan. All right, you hit. And basically drop him. So as the rest, they hear a clang, and he barks and growls and steps up, and then he basically gets punched in the chest with the warhammer and flies back 5 feet and lands on his back and just gasps and goes limp. And you hear some barking and growling that occurred outside, suddenly very quiet. What else would you like to do, sir?
How much more movement do I have?
You have 5 feet of movement left. And if you choose to peer outward, let's see what you see. You will see that guy.
Well, I don't exactly like the whole pincushion thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and step up, and that way someone else can get by me, maybe.
Well, you two are in a 10-foot area. All told, we should be able to get by you.
Yeah,
Correct, Jim?
yeah. The foyer is 15 feet tall, and yeah, somebody can squeeze by you over through here, no problems.
All right. Well, then I will stay put.
All right. This hobgoblin, does he see you? Yep, he was able to follow the reverse path of his dead buddy's dying body. And he does see you. He'll pull out a longbow and attempt to hit. And nope, no negatives. But he rolls a 1. Basically, he's startled too, so he tries to release the bowstring, and he does the twang, but he still has the arrow in his hand because he forgot to knock it. But he's going to move over here. All right, Nadia.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to there and see what I can see.
You can see that guy. And let's see. And you can see this guy, but he's at least partial cover, if not 3/4, because he's just kind of around the corner of the door frame.
Well, I'm going to try to hit the guy that is like right in sight with a arrow.
He is right in front of you. You hit.
Now, if I want to open this door, is that a free action?
Yes.
I'm standing right Yes. I'm going to open that door, and I'm going to step in.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to end my turn.
All right, Evander comes in here. There. All right. And we'll give him a dex check. Make sure he's able to skirt all that. No problem. Twists and turns as he gets there. And he can see this hobgoblin, so he'll take an arrow shot. Well, crossbow shot with his hand crossbow. Because he didn't want to get in front of you guys and thought maybe he'd see something, and he does. But he misses. All right. Gundren. He moves out to here. Wielding that morning star. Let's see, he just got shot. He's going to run into here. And then he realizes, oh, there's two people here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to take a longsword swipe at Buckner. Went from a 20 to a 2. Poor Hobgoblin. That's probably going to be his last action on Earth. All right, Tertius.
Okie doke. Tertius. Come on out here. Kind of looking between the two meat shields.
Okay.
And he's just going to try to produce flame on this guy.
Okay, -2. No, he's looking between, but he's still got to get around him.
Now I gotta find it. All right.
Sails wide and splashes into the wall behind him.
That will be the end of my turn.
All right. I'll hit him with my longsword, or at least I'll swing at him with my longsword.
All right, well, somebody else gets to go first.
I was gonna say he's premature, isn't he?
I'm the next one that I can see on the list.
They found the owlbear and he's coming back.
This guy comes in.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Who dares shoot at me? Crawl this offenses. And as soon as he sees that you guys are not hobgoblins or goblins, he goes quiet. goes, oh. And he drops a bloody sack on the ground, and already had his longsword out. But he's going to go after you, half-elf. Oh, and he misses. Now it's your turn, Dalen.
I'm going to use my Vow of Enmity bonus action against him.
Okay, so hold down shift and then drag that effect onto your target.
And then I'm going to swing at him.
Very good.
And let's see, Divine Smite was a spell. If I cast a spell or use a spell slot, I'll probably do that too. But we'll see if he drops first.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of expected that. So I'm going to Divine Smite him too.
All right, so Divine Smite is something that you choose to do when you make your attack. So if you want to do that, I'll erase that 7.
I thought it was when you make. I thought it was when you make a hit.
Yes, so you hit, and now as you're going to do damage, you can add Divine Smite into it or not.
Oh yeah, I was going to. Although then I had the only reason I wouldn't is if he dropped with what it damaged, but I don't think that would have mattered.
No, so you can't wait to see if he dies from your normal attack before you smite him.
Okay, yeah, I would have just said I'm smiting him.
Okay,
then.
so go ahead and apply the smite effect to yourself.
Oh, that's how you did change it, didn't you?
Yeah, we changed it. Because now if we crit and do other stuff, it'll auto-roll extra damage.
So to apply it to myself, I shift.
No, just apply it right to yourself. No shift.
I actually
took
tried
care of it.
redropping it.
Oh, I see. Boom. Let's go self. There we go. Okay, so it's on you. So now go ahead and roll damage against Targor.
Okay.
And then check off a level 1 spell slot.
Yeah, I did that one first, actually.
Okay. All right, dwarf.
I'll go ahead and target the one that was nothing off.
You hit him. And he goes down. Kill stealing.
He's done that on 2 of these hobgoblins already.
Alright, this guy's going to come over here because he's seen that everybody who runs in there dies.
That's not true. There's still one that's barely standing.
That's true. He's going to go after the dwarf again.
Hey, roll the one again.
Again, yeah, he's very unnerved.
He's still trying to figure out why he ran in there.
He takes a step back. All right, you hear panting and a growl, and this wolf comes running up,
Nice doggy.
and he steps over the hobgoblin that you guys just killed, kind of half protecting it, and he's going to take a bite at you, Dalen. But he does not sink his teeth into you. You deflect it with your shield.
Yay for plate mail.
And this wolf, let's see. Yep, he bounds and leaps up there. And he's going to try to attempt to bite you around that corner. So you will get partial cover for that. And he also misses. All right, Nadia.
Nadia pops back out.
You see there's a hobgoblin
right there.
I'm guessing not for long.
And tries to hit with the staff.
And does not hit.
So I'll do an unarmed attempt.
Also does not hit. Or at least glances off his own armor. He has chain and shield.
Based on where we're at, I'll try a flurry of blows.
Okay, use a key point and one more unarmed attack.
Apparently nothing's going to hit him.
Also misses. All right. But you have his attention. All right, Evander can't see the one hobgoblin he's shooting at, but he can see the other one far away. He's going to attempt some vicious mockery. Says, "You're being a coward for staying back that far." And he succeeds. Evidently, he doesn't feel very cowardly for staying back there. All right. Gundren steps out and doesn't do anything. Because while he'd love to get in a fight, he's not stupid. All right, this hobgoblin's going to take another swing at you, Bogner. And he also has his blade bounce off your shield. Tertius.
Tertius will try to produce flame again. His close quarters for some of the other spells. He doesn't want to risk it. Oh, I didn't do a -2, but I missed anyway.
Yep.
And I'll just be done.
All right, Dalen, you're up.
I'm gonna leave the hobgoblin alone because the wolves are attacking me.
You hit one.
And that's it.
All right, Bogner. Oof.
That's 3 for Bogner, 0 for everybody else.
The goblin takes in the chest, flies back, slams against the wall, and crumples down to the ground. Dies.
But all three of them were injured first.
No, the first one was just swung at first.
Swung and a miss. Kevin,
Can
Bogner
I
took
move
him
to
out.
there without getting an attack of opportunity?
Yep, because you never leave melee with Wolf 13. In fact, you can move all the way to here before you get an up attack. Not saying you should, I'm just saying you could.
If you move opposite the wolf, one of us will get
Get advantage, yes.
But both of us will get advantage if he's still alive next time we come around.
I'll move up 5 feet, that way I can at least engage either one of them.
Okay. Hobgoblin moves up, seeing that you moved over. He's going to try to shoot you again. He's going to miss.
Did he jump
How
off?
high is that thing where he jumped off?
Yeah, 5-10 feet. Depends on what the ground is like all around there.
So he did jump off, though. He get back up. It's not going to be just a quick and easy.
Dalen probably saw that it looked like he took a leap. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We put a piton on that south door, didn't we?
Which south door?
Oh, the exterior south door? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still there. All right. This wolf's going to move. Let's see. Where's he going to move? He's definitely going to move in. Nah, he's not going to move there. He's going to move this way in. All right. Wagner, you do get an opportunity attack against that wolf, though.
Awesome.
Unfortunately for that wolf, he was thinking he was going to let his packmate get in and get a bite in on Dalen, but forgot that you had moved behind him, so he dies. This wolf is going to move in. He's going to attempt to bite, and let's see. Nope. He stays. All right, Nadia.
move up, target said wolf.
If we're on both sides, does she get advantage, or is it really the people on the
No.
opposite sides?
Opposite.
I don't. Miss. I'm rolling phenomenal.
Thanks for sending all your bonus dice my way, Jerry.
Sending what?
All your bonus dice.
All right. Evander can't see squat now. He comes out. And he's not going to attempt a bow shot through Dalen. So he'll just try to mock the wolf. Helps if I target the wolf. And it succeeds. Dalen is evidently a very shitty mocker.
No, Evander is.
Yeah, Evander is. That's right.
I mean, the wolf could kind of have to understand him to really be able to mock him, I would think.
Probably, yeah.
They
Alright,
changed
Turdies.
that though. That's all right. Turdies will move over just enough where he's going to get a little bit better view of Mr. Wolf, and then I will try to target Mr. Wolf. Do I need to do it disadvantage or -2 or anything?
I'll say no. You got enough of a little angle in there.
I still miss though. And I am going to call that a turn.
Alright, Dalen.
But I haven't.
Good thing I'm not in Vegas today.
Alright. Okay.
And I am gonna head over. I assume I can go over the doors like that.
Yep, they're just flat.
Do I have any visibility on where that hobgoblin is?
Okay, you get to there. Give me a perception roll out in the open. Oh, yeah. He's down there.
All right, I'm gonna tell everybody he's just south of me.
And his back is to you. He looks like he's running south.
And he's running.
Alright, dwarf.
I will come over here and see if I can see him. And if I can, then I will throw a hand axe at him.
So you could actually jump off to there, or you can stop in the square up on top.
I want to stay up top.
Okay, so you're right there. Because Dalen pointed and said he's over there running. You can see him. That hits. He takes a hand axe in the back. Okay.
Am I out of movement now, or do I have anything left?
You have 5 more feet. So you can step to your left, over there. Okay. So he reaches back and he pulls the axe out, drops it. And try another longbow shot. Since you're closest, Bogner. Oh, he
his
gets
turn.
a
Oh, he
crit.
gets a
Oh, he.
Hmm?
Okay, I didn't understand. I thought he. So he pulled out the axe, turned around, and then shot.
Yep. And let me make sure I understand. Yep, I understand. Okay, so here we go. Gives you a pretty good bit of damage. And he runs off into the brush. Okay, Nadia.
I know which way they said he was going, right?
Yep, you know which way
Yep,
he
you
was
know
going.
which way it was going.
So if I go all the way down there,
Okay, give me
Give me
acrobatics or yeah, give me an acrobatics roll since you're kind of jumping down. No problem.
do I see him?
Give me a perception roll because he's kind of in the brush. And I'm going to say that if you don't see him, he's probably gone. All right, so let's do a roll here against his dex. I'll do it out in the open. Tie goes to the player. You see him.
I'm gonna try to shoot him.
He's right there.
But I
He's right there.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay.
You hit. And strikes him in the back. And he goes down. Okay. You don't see any other creatures or part of the patrol. Everything seems to be quiet again. So as you come back and look at the patrol, you notice that there were 2 bloody sacks. The one that came up and was speaking to you guys before he died, he had one, and one of the other hobgoblins had another. The sacks have an elf head, severed elf head in them. Trophies probably from their recent victories over maybe another hunting party or waylaying some unsuspecting elves.
No one we would recognize.
No, nobody you'd recognize.
Okay. Anything worth a damn on these guys?
Nope.
I'm gonna go retrieve my axe.
Yep, pretty much where Nadia is, on the ground.
I'll grab it for you.
Okay.
So let's do this. Let's award some experience. That's a pretty good chunk of change there. And looks like Tertius has leveled.
Yep. I figure we just go ahead and level him unless you see any reason why not to.
I don't. He gets an ability score improvement, he gets another cantrip, and his wild shape gets better.
He gets an ability, or he gets to choose an ability or the...
Ability score or feat, yeah. So +2 to 1, +1 to 2 ability scores or a feat.
Okay. Okay, so what do I need to do here? Let's go ahead and go through it.
Yeah. From what it looks like for him, I mean, he might be best served with.
Oh, I meant just the process. So how do I go to Druid 4?
Okay, go to his main tab.
Got it.
For Druid 3, the line there's the magnifying glass. Click on that.
Got it.
Okay, click on the shield on the right side of the Druid line.
Okay.
Okay, now you can close that class and level that you popped up there, and now you can grab the upper left of your Druid information screen, and you can drag that onto your main tab of Tertius's character sheet, and then just drop it.
Okay, so he's done that.
Okay. So he is now level 4.
All right.
And you can determine what his scores are.
Okay, I wanted to look at the feats.
Yep. So he's got a lot of ability scores. So he might do well with.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at it.
Yeah, he's got lots of stuff. So yeah, go ahead and take a look at feats, and then let me know later. I'm going to do a quick perusal. All right, breath weapon doesn't increase yet. And wild shape is now 1/2.
1/2 what?
1/2 CR. So creatures that he can wild shape into are now of CR 1/2.
Now he also cannot do dragon tattoos.
Correct. Well, he is Dragonborn. Let me take a quick look.
That's why I was asking. I didn't know.
So let's see if there's a prerequisite for Dragonborn. Because this looks like each dragon tattoo was slated for a race.
Gotcha.
Yeah, does not look like any of them are a tattoo that he could use.
Okay. Right now, medic is at the top of my list.
I'm looking at the dragon fear and hide to see if any of those are applicable.
Didn't look like it would be all that great anyway.
Okay.
All right. I've got
Hey,
the
Jim.
top.
Yep. Kevin?
Can I go ahead and switch that +2 stat increase to the heavy armor master feat? We had talked about it before because we were like right in the middle of something when I said I'll just do the +2 for now.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. So go ahead and drop your strength back to an 18. then go ahead and drag Heavy Armor Master onto your abilities tab on your character. And I just
Under the abilities, I'm gonna remove the +2 next to ability score improvement.
so leave that there because I already modified it to say Heavy Armor Master.
Okay.
And that way, when you add the feat, drag Heavy Armor Master onto your character, we'll know why you got that feat.
Am I dragging the shield off the feats, or where am I dropping? Doing what?
Yeah, so if you just click on the input, you click on the shield so it brings it up, right? Or you can just drag that shield all the way over onto your abilities tab.
There we go.
All right. One question for you, Jimmy. So, like, we've got that whole deal where, like, if you're already proficient in a skill, you add double the proficiency bonus to checks you make with it. Was that one that you were not going to allow?
All right, which one? Yeah, I think so.
All right, so that takes that particular feat out of there.
So which one were you looking at? Which skill?
Survivalist.
Oh, it's just going to give him double proficiency for survival.
Yeah.
I
think you need to make it a straight across rule. You can't pick and choose which one.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know
if
what?
you're going to do
Let's,
that
let's,
one, you have to let the
I'm going to use this as my test game. So let's allow it. Let's just allow that.
Okay. Well, I still wasn't sure I was going to do that. So I'm between survivalist, observant, and perceptive.
Yeah, so we'll allow it for now, and unless we come across something where I just feel we've broken something, broken a mechanic, then we'll make a change. But until then, let's say it's okay.
All right. So observant, if I can see a creature's mouth while it's speaking a language, you can understand, you can interpret what it's saying. And you have a +5 bonus to your passive wisdom, perception, and passive intelligence investigation scores. So that's observant. Perceptive, increase your wisdom score by 1 to a max of 20. Gain proficiency in the perception. If you are already proficient, you add double your proficiency bonus. So there's that same thing. So now I'd be +10. And then also being in a lightly obscured area doesn't impose disadvantage on your wisdom checks if you can both see and hear. I think perceptive is the one I'm going to go with. So perceptive will increase my wisdom score by 1. So do I just go ahead and modify that right now?
Yes.
Okay. I'll put in special move. Should I just put perceptive feat, or how do you want that indicated?
All right. Let me bring up Tertius here.
I'm doing the perceptive feat.
Okay. So first, drag that perceptive feat onto your abilities tab on the character sheet.
Okay.
And then for ability score improvement, that line just below it, put parentheses.
Well, I need to go take the wisdom point off because it automatically added it.
Okay, good.
So abilities, now what now?
So on ability score improvement line, just type parentheses perceptive so we know that that's when you got it.
Where's that?
It's on your abilities tab, just top of features. It's basically the next thing below perceptive.
So I see feats, features.
Ability score improvement.
No, I don't have that. I have traits, proficiencies, and languages.
No, it's under features.
Oh, it's actually an item under there.
Yeah. So just add parentheses, perceptive, so we know.
Okay, and then let's see what it did to the skills. So perceptive is showing a +6, but it should be
Right. So click on the star, and it'll say you'll see 2 little stars.
that just takes it to +8.
Yep. Because you just have a +2 proficiency right now. So double that is +4.
Got it. Okay, so he's all leveled except for now spells.
Nope, those automatically increment. So his spell slots are 5 and 3.
Right, but can I prepare more than 2 now?
You can prepare 1 more, I believe.
So I have 4 level 1s prepared, and I have 2 level 2s prepared, is what I'm saying. So I can prepare 1 more of each, or 1 more of just one.
Let's say, so preparing for a spellcaster druid says available to you cast, equal to your wisdom modifier plus your druid level. So really, you should have had 7, so now you have 8.
So that's 8 total.
Not counting your cantrips.
Right. So it's
8 total.
8 total. It's not, it's 8, 1 and 2, not 8 of 1 and 8 of 2.
Correct, 8 total. And yeah, you had 4 of the level 1s and you had 2 of the level 2s, so you can keep those and add 2 more or swap them around however you like. All right, so Kevin, if you look on your actions tab, I have added a feat, Heavy Armor Master, with an effect. Resist bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, not magic. And you can apply that to yourself whenever you are wearing your heavy armor. Which is, for the most part, all the time.
I am going to...
How do I do that?
So if you have the feat Heavy Armor Master and the magnifying glass, so it's expanded so you can see the effect. It's already set to self, so just left click on the effect button. There you go.
So if I want lesser restoration added, how do I do that? So I want lesser restoration and bark skin added.
Okay, go to your mode on your and change it to preparation. Yep, and then check the little box, circle.
Okay, so I've got those. Okay, good. I've got what I want now. I've got 4 first level and 4 second levels memorized. Okay.
All right.
So I think he's all ready.
Okay. So with that, Gundren comes out, kind of bounds down and says, well, that was exciting. I'm really happy you guys came and found me now. Now if we can just find me brothers.
Nadia rolls her eyes a little bit and just kind of goes to start rounding up horses.
I'll ask Grundon if he thinks his brothers are at the is it a mine or a cave? I can't even remember now.
A cave, which maybe had been a mine at one point. It's the Wave Echo Cave.
Yeah, it says they were supposed to have gone on ahead. If they weren't in town, then he suspects that that's where they are. Now shoot, I pulled Turdi's character sheet up for a reason. What was it?
We were leveling him?
Yes. All right, there we go. I was just changing the next experience level, so 6,500.
Oh, gotcha. Is that standard or is that just what you've chosen?
Nope, that's standard.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are rested.
Well,
Wagner's got some wounds, so Evander will come up and give him some healing.
Can you push the big map?
Sure.
Nadia's rounded up the horses and brought them down to where everybody else was.
And yeah, they were, yeah, right where you left them pretty much. They had not really wandered off.
Okay.
So I'll push the map back out to you guys.
Okay, so and then that little area is where we're at, that
Little campfire.
Gotcha. So Nadia, we kind of know where we're at. Nadia will say to everybody, well, we can either go back to Fandolin, which is, almost directly south, or we can head out of here west and then go up to Thunder Tree and see what we can find up there. Votes. We know what Gundren's going to want to do. He wants to go back to Fandolin so he can go to the Wayback Cave right away.
Yep. He is not interested in heading to Thunder Tree.
Yeah, but he's kind of at our mercy. He's not going to make it out of this forest by himself.
Give me an insight check.
Well, my insight is I don't think he will. I don't need to give a check. I mean, that's my
He may still leave anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to retrieve the piton from the door before we leave, though.
Okay. So Nadia's just like, well, where do you guys want to go? And the reason why she's asking is we're halfway to Thunder Tree based on, where we know we are from Fandolin. And she doesn't honestly have a preference.
Let's see. What would Evander say? Evander. Yeah, Evander's like, well, yeah, we're probably if we are where we think we are, we're probably actually closer to Thunder Tree than Fandolin, but we do have all that forest, so maybe we want to head west out of the forest and then skirt it versus cutting through, but
Well, that's what Nadia was suggesting. I mean, based on where we know that it's probably a further trip out of the forest to go to Thunder Tree than it is just to go back south. Other than that, no real knowledge, because it's a pretty dense wood. So, Bogner, Dalen, thoughts?
So we were gonna head to Thunder Tree to try and look for a necklace or something.
An heirloom.
Okay.
It's an emerald necklace hidden beneath a section of storage shelves. And we're not really sure what we'll find at Thunder Tree. Not like we're hurting for money or anything. Things, if it's been there that long, it's probably going to still be there when we decide later. But Nadia is just one to put out the possible location, possible choices.
I think Wagner would probably vote for heading to the caves.
All right. One for Thunder, one for the cave, sounds like.
Well, even Gundren said that he'd go back to Phandalin first. He said that in last session.
Right.
Then head to the caves.
Right. Okay.
So we got one for the cave, for Phandalin in the caves. Dalen. Nadia just pointed out the choices. She doesn't care. She's not one we haven't seen a warrant out for her or a reward out for her yet. They haven't made it personal.
Is Thunder Tree a fort or a
It's
town?
Rose.
Town.
There we go.
It's a town. What's that, Jimmy?
So it's just a vote. So you can, let's say, via a check mark is the cave, and X is Thunder Tree.
What's the middle thing?
It's abstain. So each of you can do kind of an anonymous vote if you wish.
Okay, so I can just say, if I don't do anything, I've abstained.
Right. And
okay.
Evander's
Where's
already.
Where's Tertius's?
Yeah, you guys only get one for each. One per player. So unfortunately, I can't do it one per character.
Nadia's abstained. You know that from just that perspective. Check his cave.
Yeah, might as well. If that heirloom hasn't gone anywhere yet, probably won't.
So check his cave, X is Thunder Tree, and blank is abstain.
All right. Thunder says, fine. Thunder Tree it is. Gundren says, damn right.
No, cave it is.
And Gundren says,
right.
Excellent.
I'm just making sure because you just said Thunder Tree.
I know I said.
I know I said.
Okay.
Cave.
All right.
That's twice now. I've
Tertius
said the opposite of what I meant.
Tertius voted for the cave only because he's seen a reward out for him. He wants to find out who's behind that, and he thinks it's the Black Spider.
Yeah, he's seen 2 papers out looking for him. Okay. So Gundren says,
so we're going to head back to Phandalin.
Yep. Somebody give me a survival check. Because Gundren says, all right, follow me. And he starts heading off in a direction.
Nadia will go, we're not following you. You're following us. Nadia will just flat out state it.
So he stops. Okay, which way should we go?
We're going to go to Phandalin. We're going south.
which Bogner says, which is this way, and kind of points almost in the exact opposite direction from Gundren.
Well, and Nadia was going to say, I mean, from here we can see the sun, right? Because we're at the castle.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're going to do the whole same thing. We're going to do the Hobbit check as we walk through. So at noon, I'll check where we're at. We'll climb up the tree and look at towards evening or first thing in the morning. I'll check again so that we're heading the right direction.
Okay. Well, your first survival check, you make it down here. Give me a. Let's see where it's at there.
So you having us roll for random encounters?
Yep. Roll a d20.
All right, Bogner, you've got the first day, so you got day and night. You want them to roll twice, right? Once for day and once for night?
Yep. Okay. Uneventful. All right. Give me another survival check.
All right, Nadia will do that. But I'm climbing the tree in the morning.
Okay. Give me one more.
And at lunch, we're going to check again, by the way, so just so you know.
Yep. Give me one more survival check.
Ooh, terrible rolling. I need to beat it. A good thing I'm not at Vegas. This is, I mean, I've been awful.
All right. You still, for whatever reason, get kind of turned, and you find yourself. You thought you would have been out by now, but by the time you climb up and you see where you are, you see that you're still on the edge, but you're a little bit west of where you were to start.
Okay. So is that at lunch or are we at the end of the day?
No, end of the day. So go ahead and give me two rolls, two d20s.
D20. Dalen.
One for day.
And one for Lund.
All right.
So I just recently watched the third Raiders of the Lost Ark, and so when you had Gundren start out and say "Follow me," it just reminded me of that one dude that's the museum curator.
Oh.
At the end of the, I know the way. Follow me.
Right.
Got lost in his own museum.
So we'll move you guys down here. Gundren's in the middle. Evander's behind.
Yeah, Tertius isn't up that way either. Tertius is more behind. That's probably better. Nadia would be kind of ranging a little ahead. So actually, she'd probably be up even a little bit further. If we're going towards this little spring or whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, that's probably more about how we would be going.
Okay. All right. So as you guys come in, give me a perception roll, Nadia, since you're out in the lead.
A third 2. 3 2s in a row.
All right. Oh, well, that's
I
wrong.
bet I can roll. I bet I can roll better with a D4. I can.
Okay. So as you guys approach, it's not eerily quiet, but it's, it's quiet. And you do see a dead good deer kind of down in this part of the pond, just like it was drinking and then attacked. It's got a bunch of like stab wounds, and but it's been dead a while.
From where we're standing, can we see that, or do we just know that it's a dead deer?
You know it's a dead deer from where you are. You probably won't recognize that it was killed from stabbings until you get within about 10 feet of it.
Or how long ago, right?
Yeah, you'd have to do a nature medicine check to figure out duration.
Well, but I'm talking about from here. That probably wouldn't be possible.
No, not at all. You'd have to get up and investigate.
All right. Well, Nadia will at least relay back what she sees. And then, are we just moving freeform, or do we need to do an initiative?
Nope, I'll give you guys one freeform 30-foot movement for right now. See what happens.
All right. Nadia doesn't really want to approach that directly. She never comfortable when she sees something dead. She's going to go, I'm not moving freeform right now, by the way, just so you know.
Okay.
That's okay. I'm going to come kind of more in towards these bushes here.
Okay.
You stopped my movement.
Of course I did. Because there it's unlocked.
Okay. So that right there was like 35 feet of movement to where I'm at. And so here I'm coming up here and I'm trying to see what being quiet. Is there anything I can perceive? Is there any of that kind of stuff?
Roll me a perception check. I mean, yeah, and a stealth check if you're trying to be quiet.
Sure. Stealth? Well, luckily I'm stealthy. I'm not very perceptive, but I'm stealthy. So let's do perception test. Oh, it's better than my 2.
Okay. Okay, so as you come underneath, super quiet. Yeah, crawling around in a bush, but rolling that crit really helps. As you get settled in, you kind of touch a leaf next to you, and you notice that there's, some bird droppings, and you're like, oh man, and you kind of look up, and when you look up, you see this kind of creature up above you in in the trees. Looks like this.
All right. Do I know what it is?
Give me a nature check out in the open. Oh yeah, these are common. They're sturges. They're kind of a flying creature. They like to waylay, jump on creatures, and when they do, they stab you with their beak or proboscis and suck the blood out of you.
So it's basically a Minnesota mosquito.
Yeah.
All right. So, are we gonna have everybody move their turn before we go ahead and start initiating, or should I? Or are we gonna do initiative right now since I've seen this?
Well, you haven't called out.
Well, no, that's why I'm asking because I'm gonna.
Right. Let's go ahead and roll initiative just to get it out of the way. How about that? We know at this point we're going to have to. But I'm going to say for you, moving in where you did, being all stealthy and everything, and then taking time to do some perception, looking around, that's you've used your action to get up and in there. But you know that Sturge doesn't see you. So
it doesn't see me?
Nope.
So can I use a bonus action or?
You probably could. What would it be? Because you have an attack, so you can't attack.
Well, that would be an unarmed attack, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be my flurry of blows?
But you only get to use that if you've made an attack with your main action.
All right. Well, then can I do a held action? I don't know.
No, because you. So for being stealthy, you get half your movement, but you move 45, being super stealthy in bushes. And I even gave you no rough terrain for the bush, and then looking around and everything. So I just said you move there where you are and you're stealthy. That was your action to get that far. So I don't think there's much else you can do at this moment.
All right. Well, then I don't want to announce because I don't want it to attack me. So my turn will be done.
Okay. All right. Evander seeing Nadia ghost off into the distance. Knowing that that's what you do when you see stuff is going to be quiet. But he is going to look around, see if he can see anything. And let me see, where's... And he hears movement from a tree over here. He says, I think there's something in that tree. I don't know where Nadia went, but there's something over there. But he can't really see it. He just can kind of hear it rustling. So he will...
Should we not have had a long rest? So like I should have all of my key points right now.
You should. I passed one to you.
Nope, I'm missing a key point. I can just uncheck it.
Did you use a key point for flurry of blows when we were fighting?
No, because we already spent one night.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
Hang on. Good call. There you go. And now everybody roll initiative again, since that's what happens when the CT does that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mess that up.
Oh,
I
nope.
could have just unclicked.
Dang it, my initiative was so much better before.
Sorry about that, Jimmy. I didn't notice it in time.
No, I didn't either, man. And in fact, I didn't know the CT was going to wipe out initiative when we rest, but it makes sense that it would. So when Bogner gets back, he can roll initiative. Until then, I'll assume he rolled a minimum score, which would be a 2, which would be at the end. But okay. So Evander, he finishes. Doesn't do anything.
At least those two are in the same order.
And you see the Sturge above you kind of shift around a little bit very quietly, but then resettle. Tertius can roll me a perception check, see if he sees a Sturge.
Is that active, right? So here's where I've now got the proficiency ×2.
Yep. So he actually sees the Sturge in the tree.
All right. Now, does he know what it is? I mean, Nadia does, but she hasn't communicated yet.
Right. Roll a nature check to see if Tertius does. Nah. No, he's never really seen this before.
All right. Well, I can at least say there's some kind of bird, like, I'll quietly as I can, point to where I see that and say there's a bird type creature. Can I do an attack or no?
Sure.
Or should we wait for Bogner?
I don't know
Since
if
we
he,
don't know
I
where
don't know
he
if he
is.
went AFK or fell asleep. No, I'll just assume he's, he rolled a 2, and then when he comes back, he can roll his initiative. So let's go ahead.
So I am going to try to hit that guy with a produce flame. Do I have a minus?
I'm going to say no. He's kind of elevated. Well, actually, no. -2. Yeah, he's in a tree. Got a bunch of limbs and crap. So it's really more because he's in a tree than your teammates. All right, that hits. It dies.
And
Gives a squawk as it then falls out of the tree.
I count my turn complete.
At which point you hear a bunch of other kind of bird-like cries. They're from kind of around the pond area. Dalen can give me a perception check, see if he sees any of them. He does not. You just know you heard some bird cries from kind of the bush where Nadia disappeared into, and then somewhere on the other side of this bush that way. Maybe the other tree, or maybe those trees. It's hard to say.
Maybe Jeff fell asleep too.
Well, he
No,
rolled,
I'm here.
so I figure he's just thinking.
I'm just impatient.
Oh no, I was thinking, and I didn't ask you because you were talking, and then I forgot about it. Should you lock tokens?
Sure, we'll do that now. I unlocked them and then should have just left them locked. Oh, that's cool.
I guess that's where I'm moving to.
Are you on your horse or are you dropping down? Guess you're dropping down.
Yeah, I'm dropping down and then moving to there.
Okay. Still don't see anything, including Nadia. But you know there's stuff out here. You can have a held action now if you'd like.
I will hold javelin action for if I see one of these things that we hear.
All right. Wagner, are you there? Kevin?
Barely.
All right. So go ahead and roll initiative. And I'll just say that you... Okay. So go ahead and move. And roll me a perception check. See if you see any of these creatures.
Oh, where you gotta move into is fine.
All right. So roll me a perception check. You can do it out in the open. That's fine. See if you see anything. You see a creature right there. It seems rather agitated as it shuffles around the branch, looking around. And it kind of noticed Dalen moving into the clearing. And now seems to see you.
I'll point it out to everyone.
Okay, got an action if you want to use it.
I have any idea what this thing is?
Yeah, give me a nature check. See if you do. Yeah, this is a sturge. You're aware of what it is. They're a pest. Pain in the ass. They try to attach themselves to you and suck your blood.
As Jeff put it, a Minnesota mosquito. They're the size of a bird, right? Like a
Yeah,
good size
yeah,
bird.
like a big black raven.
Right.
Alright, I'm just gonna hold a melee attack and stay here.
Okay, so if one flies down at you, then you'll smack it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I get my, or do I wait for it to do its thing? And then I'm wondering about the held javelin action I had.
Okay, well, so you don't see that sturge. So for you, it's really when something pops out, right?
Okay,
Which is
that's fine.
Gonna happen now, actually. So this sturge pops out.
That one shouldn't be going. That one already went.
Well, because we redid initiative. So
Right, but it went, and I haven't gone twice, so it shouldn't get a second turn.
I know. We redid initiative. I'm not going to try to go back and retcon our order. I'm just going to say a sturge is a sturge. So sturge takes flight.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, it's high above you. It's 10 feet up. But Dalen, you do get to have your held action for your javelin attack against Sturge 6.
Okay.
So I'd say he gets about here, there, before you hit. And Spirit, it almost drives it back, but it lands basically at your feet with the javelin stuck through it. All right, Sturge 10, because we had Bogner who was after Dalen, but now he's there, so that's where we're at. All right, this Sturge, let's see, 1, 2. He's gonna fly over here to Dalen. And he swoops down to try to take a snack and doesn't penetrate your shield. Okay, Nadia, give me another perception check. Okay. With all the cawing and everything else, you can easily identify these other two Sturges.
And how high up is this guy in the tree?
You'd have to climb just a little bit to get to him, but you could.
Okay. I'll
Probably-
climb.
He's probably 15
He's probably
feet up, so
15
you climb
feet up,
10
so you
feet.
climb 10 feet.
Okay, I'll climb up.
Okay, give me a, well, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna say with your slippers, it's probably dry enough that you can get up there, and you got more than enough movement, so go for it.
Right.
All right, so I go up and I'll try to hit him with a staff. Try to poke him. Miss.
Those pesky branches getting in the way.
No, I have not rolled a good d20 on an attack yet.
I think almost all your staff attacks have rolled 2s.
All right, so he's dead.
Okay, you still got.
I'm gonna
Okay,
move.
you still got.
I'm gonna move back out to here.
Okay, so you drop
just
down 10.
so that
So you drop down 10 more.
So you got another, we'll say
So
another
you
10
got another-
feet.
No, I'm just gonna stop there, and I'm gonna be looking for other attackers. I know I can see that one, so my eye's over on number 11, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's not others that might come out.
Yep, very true. All right, Evander. He's going to approach there. He's going to try to shoot this Sturge. And he does. And he kills it. And this Sturge takes flight. Comes down at you, Nadia, since you're closest.
I wonder if they taste like chicken.
Only hits. Minimum damage, though. Sucks a little blood. But he's got that proboscis embedded in you, kind of sucking on your vitals a little bit.
So since it's stuck to him, can we attack it without penalty or worry about hitting Nadia still?
I'm going to say no. No penalties to try to hit him. All right, Bogner. Now you can try to pull it off with a strength check. Probably do some damage to Nadia when you do that. Or you can just try to hit it.
Nadia, since your staff attacks have been doing so poorly, you should try to just grapple with it so it has to keep sucking blood until it explodes.
All right, Wagner. You move up there. He says, "Hold still." And the hammer goes swinging by Nadia's face, who's like, "What the heck?"
The heck?
All right, Tertius. Yep, no problems.
Yep, no problems.
Are you going to try to do produce flame?
Flame.
Produce flame.
Sure, go ahead. That sails wide. Okay.
Okay.
You guys are all afraid of hitting me.
Or maybe you're afraid of being hit and you're dodging. All options, right?
Where is it attached, by the way?
Oh, let's see. Let's roll just your torso. Call it just upper torso. You can choose left or right, chest. All right, end your turn, Tertius, and then Dalen.
So with the position I have marked to, do I have a minus to attack there, or is that a normal attack?
Nope, normal attack. Kind of wait. Nadia's turn slightly, and then you skewer it. And it lets go of whatever jaw muscles it had that were clamping it inside. And it just kind of slides out and falls to the ground.
So I'm guessing at least half the blood I get on Nadia is Nadia's own blood.
Could be, yeah.
So here's my question. So I already had that reason why I asked where it was attached was because I knew what my next plan of attack was.
Okay.
Okay.
So you said it was attached to my torso.
Yep.
Yep.
So wherever that was, I was going to do the whole jump up and just fall down on top of whatever portion of my body it's attached to.
Okay.
So how would you do that? Because there's not really a way for me to miss. I mean, truly, there's not.
So I would probably
That-
have you
that's
roll
why
an
I'm asking
acrobatics
you,
check
Roll an
because
acrobatics check.
and just see. And then I'd probably give it I can't think of the word, but basically give it a check to see if it doesn't try to move or move its body around as you're doing that. And then you both take damage, probably 1d4, since you're slamming yourself on the ground and it on the ground, and then see what happens.
okay.
All right.
I'm just curious for future reference.
Yep. Don't hold me to it. I can always do it a different way with something else, but yeah, that's probably what I would have done today. Okay. You look around. You don't hear any more. Nothing else is flying out at you. And you suspect this is based on your wound and what the deer wounds are. This is what killed that deer.
Okie doke.
And that's that. All right.
All right. So then the nighttime was uneventful, right?
Nighttime was uneventful. So you guys
All right.
get a long rest there. And
So long rest. Did I get healed?
yep, you got healed.
You got healed.
All right. So now we're check the direction in the morning.
Yep.
And we want to again head out to Fandolin. So we're heading south, and then from there, once we exit the forest, we'll have a better idea of exactly which way we need to go.
Yep. Give me a check, survival check.
Survival check.
Hey, I rolled something other than a 2.
It had a 2 in it.
Sorry. I had to change. You had 5 first level for some reason, so I changed that back to 4. So I was just correcting something there on Tertius's. So we're good.
Okay. All right, so did my survival. Now, what do you need? You need 2 normal, like, encounter checks?
Yep.
Just D20, right?
Yep, D20.
All right, Nadia's turn. Woohoo! Now's when I roll a 20 and an 18. Go figure.
Okay, we're gonna use that same map.
You guys gotta love my rolling tonight, don't you?
And we'll just kind of put you here.
What's the lotto at? It's not going to matter to me because I'm not going to go get a ticket.
Oh, shoot.
You're going to have to push that map to me again, Jimmy. I didn't.
Yep, I haven't
Oh,
taken
wait.
it away.
No. I just hit my token. It opened it up. It's fine. So this is daytime again?
Yep, daytime, we'll say you find another stream. And as you guys are collecting water or whatnot, you hear a roar. And
those are prevalent.
You see this owl bear come basically
It could
charging.
be the same one.
You can give me a perception check and see if it is.
What did you say?
You can roll a perception and see if you think it's the same one.
You would think I would be intimately familiar with it, but it's the same one.
Well, it's been a few days. Maybe it's healed. All right, roll initiative. Because it is charging at you and breaks those trees right when you guys recognize that you have something there. All right, Nadia, you got first reaction.
How high is this little rock to the west of me?
Oh, 4 feet.
All right, so I go there.
Okay.
And I'll target him and try to hit him with a bow shot.
Okay. You do.
And then being the, absolute soul of bravery at this point, I'm going to jump back behind here and let him charge those guys.
All right, better part of valor, right?
I'm just calling myself Brave Sir Robin at this point. You got 2 guys in plate mail, and you got a person who has no armor on. What would you do?
Yeah, I don't disagree. All right, Bogner.
Talking about melee range or not?
Yeah, you're melee range. Absolutely. This dwarf's not messing around.
He saw how badly an owlbear screwed up Dalen earlier. He's not letting it get a charge in on him.
And he hits. Some decent damage, too. All right. Dalen comes up.
And I guess I'm just going to swing.
Draws his signature sword, Talon. And hits.
And I am using Divine Smite on him.
Okay.
So I drag the effect to myself, right?
Yeah. In fact, you can just click on it because it should be
Yeah.
self.
Yeah, you don't have to drag it anywhere. You can just click on an effect.
Because it says
It
self
says-
the effect.
The little icon thing that you.
All right. That's some pretty good damage. It's starting to look pretty rough. Evander now. He's like, he's just going to shoot a bow. He's actually going to move there and shoot a bow so he doesn't have to shoot through his own guys. Do a little bit of damage there. Tertius? You got a straight shot.
Got a straight shot.
Got a straight shot, so Tertius is going to go ahead and produce flame. Miss. And then he's going to end his turn.
All right, owlbear. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. You both hit, but Dalen seemed to do slightly more damage than Wagner did, so he's going to attack Dalen.
If he drops me, I know what I'm going to say as I drop.
I actually think it's just because it's the same owlbear and he knows how good Dalen tastes.
He's going to swing and he's going to miss with his claws. And then he's going to...
If I drop, my last words are a message for you, sir.
He tries to bite down, and I just got that. That's funny. And misses. You bat his beak away with your blade. Gundred Rockseeker's like, maybe we should talk about getting me a sling or something. But he stays back. Nadia?
Does he actually say that?
Yeah, he does.
So Nadia will look over quickly and like roll her eyes at him, and then let's see. I can actually get up within range.
Oh yeah. In fact,
you can run.
I'd have to see if you can get around. I think you can get all the way around.
I think you can get all the way around.
I can't get all the way around to the B opportunity. So
Okay.
that's 40 feet right there.
All right. Well, that's how far you get.
Hey, it wasn't a 2.
Was not a 2, and you hit. Bring your unarmed attack around, and you hit again. And it's really rough. It's hurting.
Flurry of blows. Figured I got 2 on him. Let's try one more.
Oh, and gets a crit.
And your rolls are back.
Okay, time to go to Vegas.
And you bring the beast down.
Well, I was tired of seeing Bogner like take out all the things that had been damaged by other people.
And he was teeing up. He was tapping his boots with his warhammer. He's like, oh, this one's mine. All right, so you guys take care of that one. And actually, that's the same encounter so that you guys just took out. So I'm going to say you didn't have an encounter that night.
Okie doke. So we're back to the main map then.
Yep, back to the main map.
All right,
And
so we're
no survival
continuing on
needed.
our
You
way.
know where you're going. Just give me.
Okay, we're on our
Just
way to
give me,
Phantom.
So if you choose to push yourselves, you'll be exhausted when you get to Phandalin, but you'll get there in 1 day's travel.
Anybody want to push?
Probably okay. You only
I'm
have
just
a
asking.
daytime encounter.
Yeah, let's do it because I'm gonna log out quickly here.
Okay,
Alright.
so we'll
Alright.
push.
So give me one d20 roll.
Let it be Evander. Unless I've already rolled and it's just Evander and Tertius. So
So in retrospect, maybe we should have gone to Thunder Tree because all of the random encounters are down here.
it doesn't mean the rolls would have been any different.
All right. So you see 4 wolves kind of tracking you guys, but it's just 4 of them, and there's 6 of you. And yeah, they are not brave enough to go after more creatures, a larger pack than what they have, so they eventually run off.
Okay. So we make it back to Phandalin.
Yep, make it back to
We're
Make it back to
exhausted.
Phandalin.
So we just go ahead and check into the inn. And
Yep, and we'll pick up
Yep.
next time at Phandalin for what you guys
Well,
did.
What you guys do.
I know Kevin wants to log out, but I mean, I have time. Do we want to go ahead and see, is there someone in here in the village who could identify our items and do that stuff for the next day? It'll just take some of the stuff for the next session away. If Jim, if you're still up for it.
Sure, we can do that, and then when you guys come back,
You can fill me in later. I'll catch you guys later.
yep, we
Yeah,
can.
Yeah,
I figured
we can
you
fill
didn't.
Kevin in.
I figured you weren't worried about that, Kev. So
Thanks, again.
you want to push the Phandalin map again, just so I have it.
There you go.
Okay. So we go ahead and we do our rest that night. So the next day, we get up and we know we have this quarterstaff, and we also know that we have this statue. Is there anybody in town that we think we might be able to go to? I mean, we might be able to go to the armorer chick. She sells weapons too, right?
The armor chick, Sister Grail,
Grab.
she can cast identification, but she needs a pearl. The Phandalin Miners Exchange is probably your best opportunity to go and see if they have some pearls that you can purchase. Lion Shield Coster may have some. Town Hall Master might, Barthen's might, you know. If you
All
want to
right.
see if
Well,
you can
why don't
find
we
some
go to
pearls.
Some pearls.
the lion cast, whatever that is. That's the armorer chick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we go to her first and see if she can at least identify the quarterstaff?
Well, she looks at it and she goes, "Wow, this is really light, but I don't know any more about it.
Okay.
Not a weapon I'm familiar with."
Okay. Well, we thank her. Did we have anything we need that she would have bought? Do we have anything that we?
I mean, she might
Uh,
buy the engraved quarterstaff.
Yeah, we don't know what it is
Yeah.
yet, though. We don't want to give that away yet. Well, Nadia doesn't want to give it away. Nadia specifically. I mean.
Yeah.
So,
She
you
does.
know, the other thing
She
was-
does like the knife.
she
If you
does-
show her the knife, she's like, "Oh, that's
She's like, oh,
it's
that's
kind of an artsy
And that
knife."
was just
kind
a
of an
plain,
artsy.
plain knife.
Yep, just a plain knife.
Oh,
Yep,
that's
just
the
plain knife.
Okay. We'll also show her the long sword with the SH on its hilt and see if she recognizes it at all. So we'll show her the long sword and we'll show her the knife.
The long sword. She goes, "Well, this was obviously not a glorious weapon, but it's definitely well used, well cared for. Not familiar with SH." Kind of hands it back to you. She looks at the knife and she goes, "Oh, well, this is kind of like a ritual knife or more of art. I wouldn't try stabbing somebody with it, but yeah, I collect these." She'd buy it. She says, I'd pay you 30 gold for that."
Do you want to try to barter, Dalen, or no?
I'll barter.
You're our barterer guy, so Nadia,
Right.
she's like, man, whatever.
Yeah, I'll do persuasion to try to say, "Oh, this thing, you've gotten us, you've gotten these dwarves, you've gotten a bunch of people coming through here. There's been a lot more traffic. There's an uptick in traffic. You should be able to sell this thing to some other traveler coming through here easily for more than that."
All right, well, roll that persuasion and see what happens. She says, you kind of got a silvery tongue, but let's see.
Well, that's because his last name's Sylvesterary.
She says, "Nah, I mean, I would buy this more for me. I'm not looking to resell it or anything like that. Besides, look around. These aren't collector type people, and we're at the end of a caravan trail, not the beginning of one. So
Nadia shrugs and is like, yeah, whatever you think.
Oh, good enough for me. I'm not going to fight the rules.
All right, so we'll sell that to her for the 30 gold.
okay.
We also have a scroll that's unidentified in here too.
Well, again, she says she can't.
We weren't going to try to. I was just mentioning it so that when we go to Sister Grail, I mean, is it one pearl for an identification spell, and does that identify one object, or
Yep.
is she able to identify
just one.
multiple
Just
objects?
one.
Okay, so she'll need multiple pearls if we wanted to do that.
Yep.
So
You
we
wanna
have.
ask if the Coster here has some.
Well, we don't know that she needs pearls yet, right? We haven't talked to her about this.
Evander knows because
Okay.
he can cast
he
identify,
can
but he
cast-
also needs a pearl.
Oh, I didn't know he could cast identify. It wasn't one of his prepared spells before.
Yeah. So he says, "Yeah, I can cast it. I don't have a pearl."
All right. Well, why don't we find out if she's got pearls?
Okay. Just give me let's see, who's got the best investigation?
So this is entertaining. I accidentally killed Fantasy Grounds, and now it's not letting me restart it because it says that I'm already logged in with that character.
Oh, yeah, it's got to take a moment for the exchange to finish. Give it a minute. It shows you're disconnected, so you should be in now.
Is Evander int based or is he wisdom based? Or he's charisma based.
Yeah.
So I mean, so like I don't think we have anybody that's got a great int base. So like for your which one did you ask for? The investigation?
Investigation, yeah.
So like Tertius has a +2.
Yeah. Evander's
I'm
plus
guessing
3.
+3. So Evander probably has the highest investigation.
All right. So
Because he's
tell you what, if
probably-
Tertius helps, we'll give Evander advantage.
Sure.
Oh, nice. Dropped that 2 and got a 19. So you guys, and we'll just speed it along. Between the 4 areas, there are actually 3 pearls of each of a value of 100 gold.
Okay.
And you guys have helped everybody out. They're willing to just go ahead and trade you coin for coin, pearl for pearl. So 100 gold each, no markup.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask the same question. It's up to Dalen. Does he want to try to barter, or are we just gonna go ahead and accept the 1-to-1?
I'll accept it.
Okay. So let's go ahead and take the 300 gold out of the party sheet and grab the 3 pearls so that we can do the identification. So we want to identify the engraved quarterstaff, the gold statue, and the scroll that doesn't have anything on it yet.
All right. So the engraved quarterstaff, looks like, I mean, as Evander said, it did have a magical aura to it, but it looks like it's just a very lightweight magical wood. So kind of disappointing. The gold elf statuette tells you, says, okay, well, if somebody uses this that isn't evil, it looks like that they can ask a question and receive a response, like an augury spell. And so he says the way that works is that you'd ask a question like, hey, if I do this, what will good or bad things happen? And then you'll get a simple response. Yes, good things will happen, bad things will happen, or maybe good and bad things can happen. Or sometimes you don't get anything at all. But once you ask that,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I preempted you.
That's okay. Once you ask the question, then you can't use the statue again. So it's one-time use.
So one-time use per person or one-time use in general?
Yeah, per person.
So we could have our whole party each do that at some point in time, and then we could sell it and tell them this is what it does later.
Yes.
Okay. And then the scroll.
I'm trying to find it. Ah, there it is. It's a scroll of revivify. So it's something that clerics or paladins of an appropriate level would be able to figure out.
And Dalen, you're a paladin, right?
Yep.
I would say we go ahead and throw Revivify at Dalen.
Yep. So Dalen, why don't you take a look at it? It is more powerful than you can currently cast right now. So there'd be a probability that it could fail if you attempt to cast it. And it requires diamonds of a collective value of 300 gold.
Well, I'd say we hang on to it at a minimum, and you put it in your inventory.
Yep, go right ahead.
And then does he know that it requires that diamond
Yes.
amount? Is that something we can find in the town?
Probably. Let's see. The miners exchange would be the best place because that's where they, where she does all of her merchant stuff for the town. Let's see. Yeah. In fact, what's her
So
name?
300
Halia.
name.
Halia has some. Yeah, she's got some diamonds that she's willing to sell you.
300 GP worth?
Yep. But let's see. She's kind of a money lender, though.
We have money. She'll be lending it out. We're just doing a trade.
Okay. Yep. She says, yeah, sure, 1 for 1. You're well known. If I tried to fleece you, I'm sure everybody would be pissed off at me.
So, Dalen, I figure we grab that. I mean, I know you can't use it effectively yet, but I mean, if what I've read about I mean, I know what Revivify is. I'm sure you can explain it to us, but you may not be able to accurately use it. But I mean, it's a res spell. If
Basically.
right, it's a res spell used quickly.
Yes.
So I think if we want to do that, we want 300 gold piece worth of diamonds in your inventory so you can do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So I would just, let me see.
Take it out of the party and put whatever you need to put in his inventory.
I don't want to do that. So let me fix this real quick.
Sure. And this is I wanted to keep doing this. I know Kevin is he fades at the end of the night. I just was like, this is all stuff we can do that he won't care about. Unless we just say for some reason we all stab Wagner.
Right. All right, Jeff, in the party sheet are 3 diamonds, each worth 100 gold.
So does he just grab the 3? Oh, there he goes. He's got it. Never mind.
Yep, you can grab all 3 and drag them over. And then you can put them in your backpack or your pouch or put that scroll. Probably in your backpack would be my guess.
Backpack or pouch, something that's where he can grab it quickly. How a pouch he probably can't put a scroll in, right?
Yeah, probably not. Although
I just copied one for myself, which I didn't expect.
right.
Right.
There you go. I deleted it for you.
All right.
How do
So
I move
we've
to the
gone
pouch?
ahead.
What,
You
Jeff?
actually have to put a parentheses and say pouch.
No, on the right,
No,
most
right.
line. You see where you can see backpack and pouch. Just on that line for the diamond or the scroll, just left click there and then type pouch or belt or backpack.
That's what I just said.
He said parentheses, so. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did. I guess I did say parentheses because parentheses. I just was thinking because I see a tune and that kind of stuff with it. But yeah, you're right.
Right.
Over on the location portion.
You can put the scroll in a pouch. I don't give a crap.
I think they just need to be next to each other. Wherever you put them, they should be in the same place. You're using the scroll. You're grabbing the you're grabbing your components as you're needing them. All right, so we've handled all of our unknown stuff, Jimmy. We have a lot of stuff that we know that we don't necessarily need or need to carry around. So we have a censer, a chalice. We can now get rid of the engraved quarterstaff. We've got 3 perfumes, which we really don't care about. And then, I don't. I see that we got the scroll of silences in Evander's thing, so I don't know why it's still in our parcel. But we got 3 items: the scroll of augury, scroll of darkness, and scroll of fireball, which doesn't look like any of us can use. So I don't know if we can sell that to anybody.
Yeah, the scrolls, nobody really here.
Okay,
What
well,
did
we'll just
those-
hang on to
did
them.
those-
We know that we'll sell them in a bigger city, no problem.
Let's see. Grail
what about
might
the
do
other
the
items?
augury. Yeah, she's cleric, so
So,
Grail would do
Okay.
the augury one.
All right, so we'll see what she'll offer us for the augury.
Let's see. Level 2.
I mean, bottom line is we don't want to be hanging on to a bunch of crap that we're not going to ever be able to use, and somebody else may be able to benefit from.
She'd offer you 70 for the scroll. She doesn't have a lot of money, but something like that could be helpful for her as she heads back to the Harpers.
Well, and so I'm gonna, Dalen, you're in charge of whether that's good or bad. Nadia doesn't know. She just knows she doesn't. We got all this crap we can't use.
Yeah, I don't know if Dalen knows. You can give me a Arcana check.
Well, but that's She just knows that he's our barter person.
Yeah, you're not sure. I mean, maybe that's right.
Maybe
Maybe it's a little low.
It's 70. It's 70 gold, or a piece of paper to us.
Yeah, part of me is going to be like, well, it's
Fine.
it's heavier, but it's more usable.
What's heavier but more usable?
The gold.
The gold? Yeah. Well, we could convert to platinum.
Still heavier.
Not necessarily. Well, then a scroll, absolutely. But I mean, after we convert, I mean, we can lighten the look, and we're putting it all in a bag of holding anyway.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so censer, chalice, engraved quarterstaff, perfume, probably the jeweled box.
Yeah, the jeweled box. You need to take the scroll of augury out and give us 70 gold for the scroll of augury.
Yep, I'm just kind of keeping a track. So then with that,
So you can do it all at once, gotcha.
yeah. So you're gonna get 240 gold for the censer, chalice, engraved staff, jeweled box, perfumes, and the scroll of augury. And as you guys are kind of wandering over, checking all these places, looking for pearls and gemstones and stuff, you do stop in on the town master's hall, and you you do see Sildar chatting away with the town master.
Is Gundren there? Does he go and talk to Sildar too?
Yeah, he would be there.
Okay. Well, he knows Sildar, right? I mean, we didn't really know Sildar, but Gundren knows him, right?
He does, and in fact, let me do this.
See, the mind, it's like a trap. My kidneys are working phenomenally.
Yeah, so perception, he wasn't really paying attention because that's not his thing. Do you guys show anybody else the blade, the sword?
Well, everybody we go to will show them the sword, see if anybody knows anything
okay.
about.
So nobody knows until you get to the town master's hall and you show it, and when you bring it out, like as soon as you haven't even brought it all the way out of the sheet yet, and Sildar says, "You found my blade. Well, I can't believe this. Where was it?"
Well, we can share the story. We found it at Cragmaw Castle, which we've summarily, eliminated all of the critters in there that were there at the time. That we did see it. Another group came in, and so we don't know how many other groups may be coming in, but we delivered it from everybody who was there, and an additional group that was making its way back. So that's the information we share. And so since he said it's his,
thank you.
What's his last name? So since we have SH.
Halder. Hang on here.
Not that she's skeptical, but
I'm finding here real quick. Hallwinter. Sildar Hallwinter.
all right. Well, I mean, Nadia doesn't expect any kind of cash from this, so she's happy to just hand it over. She's not necessarily good, bad. She's chaotic. She just is like, well, I can use it here. I don't know what the rest of the group would do.
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, you guys just kind of got relatively paid with the stuff that you sold here and whatnot. So
yeah, I'm just asking other people. I don't want to be the decision maker for all the stuff. So, Dalen, you don't have a problem sending it over, right?
Nope.
Handing it over. All right. So,
all right.
I mean, does Sildar say anything additionally about it, or
no?
offer up any other information?
He says it's not much of a blade, but it's mine, and it's got me through many a tough scrape.
Well, Nadia will respond that it must have been at least a good enough blade that the the orcs and the hobgoblins wanted to keep a hold of it. I mean, we found you how many leagues away, and they took it and must have thought it was definitely worth the while.
Maybe they can't tell a good blade. Well, it is a good solid blade from whatever kind of junk that they wield, but it could have been just a trophy as well.
Nadia will nod and like, well, that could make some sense. She doesn't know anything about swords. She doesn't care about swords, so.
Yeah, but he thanks you. Says now to get a scabbard for this, and he actually heads off to the coster. All right. Well, with that, we'll probably end it for today, and then you guys can plan your trip out on where you're heading next, which is, if Grunder had his way, it would be towards the mine.
Well, I think that's what we all decided,
Anybody out
Benrin.
there
You know,
this
that
late?
we had decided that
Thanks for
we
watching,
were going
guys.
towards the cave,
See you next week.
or Wave Echo Cave. Unless some